The cybersecurity job market has never been better. Today I have my friend Lauren with me to talk about the virtual career fair. So Lauren, a couple of years ago you had an internship. How did you find it?
I found it at a virtual career fair.
Really? Mm-hmm. What about your job?
I also found my job at a virtual career fair.
Okay. Well, now you know why we have Lauren here. Lauren is very experienced at these career fairs, and she has been successful, and I've asked her to provide us a couple of tips. So Lauren, for somebody that's never done a virtual career fair, what are some tips or advice you could give?
All right, so you want to make sure that you do your research on the companies that will be at the virtual career fair. You want to know what positions they have available and what their long-term goals are and how you can meet those goals before you go into the virtual career fair. And you also want to have the opportunity to tailor your resume to their positions. So
you don't want to go in cold. You want to do your research and not be generic, is what I'm understanding. Mm-hmm. If you go in generic, you're not really going for the job you want. You're just going for any old job.
Yes.
Okay. So if I was to ask you about interacting with people online, now a lot of people do text and chat and so on, but this is an employer. Do you have any tips for how you might interact with them online, say through the chat rooms, etc.?
Yes, so at a moment's notice, they could ask you to do a live video chat, and there's not a lot of time to prepare, so you want to make sure that you look put together. You don't need to wear a suit or anything, but just look professional enough to be able to turn your webcam on at any given time. You also want to make sure that the background behind you looks professional as well, so you don't want a messy kitchen behind you. So maybe put a backdrop down or a sheet or something just to cover it up, or do a little bit of cleaning.
Don't do it in your pajamas?
No pajamas.
Okay. What about when you have to do text interaction? Because some of the recruiters in their booths, they want to type back and forth. Do you have any tips on proper etiquette?
Oh yes, so you want to speak professionally to them, but also just get yourself out there. I know it can be a little bit intimidating because there will be other students speaking to recruiters in there, but the recruiters are there to speak to everyone. They're there to speak to as many people as possible, and it's really up to you to initiate the conversation with them. So don't be afraid to just get out there.
What about after the career fair? What should they do to follow up?
Oh yeah, so if there were any particular HR representatives or recruiters that helped you and gave you their information or their email, you want to make sure that you send them a follow-up thank you. And also keep your eyes open on your email for any responses or any job offers, or just simply people reaching out afterwards.
I think that's some good advice. Folks, there's 300,000 open jobs in the United States in cybersecurity, and the virtual career fair is a great place to start. Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, Tony.